So we're in Boise, Idaho at the WICON conference. Liz, you were just on a panel about women in STEM, and one of the things you mentioned was the idea that this is a train that's constantly moving and there's all kinds of opportunities. Why don't you build on that for a moment?
It's interesting. So technology is constantly evolving. Telecom industry, obviously with the amount of funding, especially when COVID hit, the amount of funding that's going to all these states in supporting the development of the telecom industry and Internet of Things. So one of the questions was, what are the opportunities in STEM for young women? And it's interesting because I didn't start my career path in technology, let alone telecom industry. I started in communications, which is communications of everything. So I always say that telecom industry picked me. I didn't pick the industry. And so that's the beauty of the telecom or in technology, is that we are at the infancy of this career path. Every day, every week, every year, it's constantly evolving and changing. And the beauty of the telecom industry is whether you can start in communications, you can start in marketing, you can start in engineering, you can start in network and software. And there's so many programs out there, such as the new Idaho launch, where there is grant funding up to $8,000 to support individuals who are starting that journey and their career path in STEM, in engineering or in telecom. I mean, I know for ourselves and many industries in ISPs, there's a strong need for broadband technicians and fiber splices. And so if someone has ever wanted a career path or wanting to dive into that, now is the time.
Yeah, and it seems like it's fundamental to this conference. It's about connections, and that's what you guys do at Sliver Star, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I always say I feel like I'm in an industry where water is around me and fiber connectivity is that bridge, and I'm constantly building those bridges, and it's connecting communities and connecting lives, which is what we stand behind. And it's a beauty to be a part of this ever-evolving digital era, so I'm constantly building the bridges.
Yeah, and that's what this conference was about. It was interesting, the comments you made about you got to put yourself out there and get rid of some of those stereotypes and just do what you need to do.
Yeah, I think for young women in STEM, there is a stereotype that women by nature are very nurturing and, specifically are streamlined into certain fields. And I think it was very enlightening, hopefully to a lot of individuals out there, that there was a lot of very great women on that stage, standing there with me. And I was so honored to share the stage with them, to say anybody can be in the STEM industry at any point in your career. It could start very early on in your career. It could be a 4-year degree. It could be a trade school. It could say, hey, I want to start at a very entry level and work my way up. So hopefully that is what we left on the table there.
I think you did that, and the whole idea of evolving. The careers evolve and how you talk to yourself evolves.
They do. You never find that final journey or what is that final path. I think every day it's constantly changing and evolving, especially in our industry. And you just kind of got to roll with the punches. And, I don't know where my career will lie 10 years from now. Right now I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm working in such an amazing community in the Treasure Valley and hopefully giving back a lot more than I'm receiving.
Well, I'm glad to have met you along this path, Liz,
Yes.
and thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.